Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Thursday, January the 4th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your room. Any questions for me, you can use this email address. This is a link to get into our free trading room. You heard it right. It is a free room. We don't ask for anything in terms of credit cards. You don't have to be a Trade Ideas subscriber either to participate in our room. This is a link to take out a subscription, and here is when I open the room every day, about 9 o'clock. That's when I start to share my screen, and I get live on the mic a little bit after that. And I go to 3:30 every day, except on Friday where I go to 3 o'clock. All right, well, kind of an exciting day if you were in the cannabis sector. So if you were in the room yesterday, you know that I took this one. I got into this one at about 886, had a beautiful rise up here. I was able to hold, because I sold some on the way up, I was able to hold on through this pullback. Decided to hold it, it closed strongly. And then in the morning, it looked really good, very, very good. And then all of a sudden, look what happened. And this was happening to all the cannabis stocks. I guess there was a report out of the government, the U.S. government, that they were going to be looking at the cannabis laws as they pertain to. I don't know if they can do it state by state exactly, but at any rate, I didn't really see the entire press release, but bottom line is it knocked the heck out of all these stocks. So I was able to get out of my trade, right about here. So I still made a little bit of money on my initial purchase. And I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I wanted to see, okay, I mean, these things will have to have a bounce. Shouldn't say have to. Typically, they'll have some sort of a bounce. And so there it was. There was the bounce. And so I got into it a little bit late. I wanted, because I was a little bit worried. This could have been just the first, the first bounce. And then after that, it could have just continued down. But I guess there was some, Bloomberg came out, maybe a defense of it, of the industry. At any rate, bottom line is that I decided to get back into the trade at, what was my price? 724. 720, that's close enough. 720, and I sold some at 8, just in case. Now, my feeling is that I might want to hold on to this, depending on what happens. I might want to hold on to this. This could have been just a tremendous overreaction to what Jeff Sessions said, because most of the stocks did have a big bounce, not unlike this one. So anyway, we'll see. So that was that one. Now I got a big kudos to Real in the room, because he probably got a lot of people involved with CNET right around here. And I think probably on this break here, CNET had some news in the morning. I think crypto news. It was a crypto PR, as I call them. That's the reason for the pop right here. This is the pre-market activity, the tan area, and it opened, then it pulled back. And then, real specialty, no pun intended, seeing these pullbacks and then getting into them. Just a second here. Let me just close down Skype just for a sec. Okay. So, and I see I did that and I lost my chart. Just 1 second. There we go. So it had the big pop in the morning, and then it was trying to make up its mind, I guess, on what to do. Anyway, Real got into it probably around here, and a lot of other people did. And what a tremendous rise! 3 up to almost 5, or a little over 5. So on a percentage basis, just a tremendous play. So kudos to Real on that one. Real on that one. Now I'm in this one. This is one that I might be swinging. This is this Tissy. If you were following me in the room, you know that I've been kind of waiting on this one to see if it could finally break out. And you'll see why I'm a little bit excited. Excuse me, a little bit of excitement about this one. Been waiting for a while to see if it could take this area out, because if it does, just look left and there's a potential void fill. Now that line right there represents a 200-day moving average. Still far enough away. It's still $3 away. So I'm in this one at 1550. Yeah, right about here, 1550. That's close enough. So in here around 1550, and I'd love to see it get up to 16. I would probably take a little bit off and then hold the rest. But it's looking reasonable. For me to swing something, generally speaking, it has to close near the high of the day. Like for instance, if it went all the way back down here, I'm not going to hold it. I could always get back in tomorrow. But anyway, that's my plan. Sorry about that. That's my plan. And what else do we have here? I had a Oh, I forgot about LB. LB was no, actually, I think Real has a few people in this one on the bounce, but this was a very weak stock. They came out with news that they were guiding lower guidance on earnings and revenues and all that. So there was the big drop, and then it just, there's that first candle down. I got into this short at 50.82, right about there. Right about there, and look what it did. It got all the way down to 49.15. I'd love to say I got out of it all there. Not quite. I actually took some out at 50.42 and 49.79, and then on the way up, just over 50. So, and then I think a lot of people were playing the bounce on this one. So, turned into be a pretty nice trade going both ways. Another one that worked out quite nicely for me, and this was Momo. And Momo was basically set up because I had a price alert set, and the price alert was at 26.34. You probably see why when you take a look at a daily chart. So you can see what I was looking for was a break just above that. There's the high of that daily candle. There's the high of that daily candle, and then yesterday. All right. So I was looking for a break here, and for the same reason as the TISI, I'm looking for stocks that have some room. If you look left, yeah, there's maybe a little bit of a shelf here or a stall or some resistance there. Still far enough away though, and you see what it did. It popped all the way up there. And it got right through there, and then it kind of pulled back. Definitely want to watch this one again tomorrow. But I did take the trade, and let's get to the 15-minute chart. I took this trade at 26.55, so just over my alert, 26.55. I took it. It's close enough. And boy, did it ever move after that. 26.55. I got out some just under the whole number in case it was going to have a struggle to get through the whole number. Took some out at 26.90 and 27.74 all the way up here was my last, almost at the high, almost there. And then I took out the balance as it was coming down. So, but I will watch this one tomorrow. This could be just a pullback on the daily, on the intraday. We'll have to see what happens with it tomorrow. But again, just another way of using trade ideas. It's not all about what's moving on any particular day when you're looking at the ones that are most up or down. It's sometimes just as easy as setting a price alert on a daily chart to see if it takes out a level that looks. And so that's what it did, and that's why I got in it. All right, let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. That is about it. So I'm going to get back into the room now. Boot bang the screen capture program. So again, if you have any questions for me, this is the email address you can use. This is the address to get into the trading room. And this is a link for a subscription. There's a promo code there. And I'll open the room tomorrow at around 9 o'clock and close it around 3:30. When I say open, I'm talking about sharing my screen and being live on the mic all day long. So hope to have a great evening and hope to see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.